Hey everyone, so I'm on an evening walk right now. Walking is something that I love to do. There's a lot of reasons as to why I love to do it. And as I've been doing a ton of walking this summer, especially now that you can kind of get outside a bit more and we can start to again get back a little bit to our more normal rhythms, I thought it'd be a really good idea to do a video on 10 great reasons as to why walking is something that you might want to consider doing, especially if you're someone who's looking to become more active, or you're someone who wants to start to live a healthier lifestyle and experience a lot of great benefits with walking. So I'm not going to waste any of your time here. Let's just get right into some of these great things that walking can do for you. All right, so the first really great thing about walking is that it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have gym memberships. You don't have to buy fancy pieces of equipment and spend money on that. It's something that's free, and so therefore that makes it a pretty good thing to start doing when you're someone like me who's never necessarily had a ton of money to begin with. So yeah, it's free. All right, now the second great thing about walking is that it's not complicated, right? It's something that most of us in fact take for granted and we can actually do automatically. If you want to really kind of geek out about it, there's a lot of kind of new things we're finding in science that says a lot of walking actually comes from different areas within the spinal cord, not necessarily totally dictated by the brain. Really interesting stuff. If you want to read up on things like central pattern generators and all these other geeky things that I tend to do, but it's not complicated. So it lets you shut your brain off as you walk. I'm walking and talking to you guys right now, but you can do things like shut your mind off, just listen to podcasts, listen to music, an audio book. It's not something that you have to really concentrate on for the most part, which is pretty cool. So that's the great thing right there, is that it's not complicated. All right, now kind of piggybacking off of that second benefit there is the fact that walking is something that allows you to shut your brain off. So if you have a stressful day or you just need to break away from everything, it's an activity where you can just shut your mind off and you don't have to worry about focusing on these things that you have to focus on throughout the day. It just lets you break away from everything. And that can be incredibly mentally relieving. It can just help you feel good, just help you relax more, help you sleep better at night. So consider doing some walking more if you're looking for an activity that lets you just kind of shut your mind off and be a little bit more at peace. Okay, now the fourth benefit about walking that's really, really cool, and I'm actually gonna make a separate video about this one, is walking actually affects positively all the domains of your health. So we often think about health being the physical aspect, but if you think about what health really encompasses, it really encompasses 5 domains. At least that's kind of what the main model that people use when they're talking about health and wellness. And so those 5 domains are physical health, social health, emotional health, intellectual health, and spiritual health. And walking's been shown to affect all of those across the board in positive ways. So yeah, you got walking for physical health, but it's great for your social health. If you're doing it with friends, it's something where you can just kind of chat and walk along as you do it. Again, it has positive effects on memory and cognitive health, and every other domain of health. So if you want something that's really going to help you out across all those different domains, walking is the perfect thing for that. All right, now the fifth thing with walking, and this is something I'm also going to make another video about, is that walking just allows you to be grateful. Again, because you don't have to be concentrating on things a lot, and you can really just you can really just let yourself be at ease and be at peace as you walk. And what that does is it allows you to dwell on positive things that are healthy for you to think about. Again, you have to kind of actively choose to do that. But what that does is it just allows you to be grateful for what you do have. We can get so caught up in the things that we always want to have more of, or the fact that we want better fitness and better health and all these different things. But the fact is that if you're walking, you're doing something that there's millions of people on this planet right now that would kill to be in your shoes, just to be able to go for a walk. And when you think about what you do have with your health, and what you can still gain and what you can still get from just a simple daily activity of walking, it allows you to be grateful for so many things. So consider that to be a really important tip, because it's really a nice thing to just go for a walk and be grateful. All right, now the sixth thing is that walking is very low impact activity. So it can be a great activity for just about everyone to do. Now, if you have major joint issues or other health issues or comorbidities or diseases, then that's something where, again, you need to get it checked out by a medical professional, medical doctor, anyone who's appropriate for that. But for the vast majority of people, walking is a great thing that it's not going to tax your joints. It's not going to tax your central nervous system from doing incredibly high training sessions. So it's something that you can wind up doing every single day. And so I'm going to piggyback now off of that sixth benefit that we just talked about. And the seventh one is the fact that, again, walking is pretty much something you do every single day. Now, obviously, that comes with the little caveat of different people have different health conditions or different injuries that may preclude them from walking every single day. But for the most part, as long as you're relatively healthy and you don't have any abnormal pain or discomfort when walking, you can do it every single day. And that's a great thing because it gives you more time for all these other benefits to take place, and again, more time to be grateful on things. So a great daily activity that you can do without taxing your joints too much, without burning out your central nervous system, or again, really kind of causing some other adverse effects that you can get from doing high intensity activities every single day on the extreme end of things. So that's a great benefit right there. All right, now for the eighth benefit of walking, I kind of talked about earlier in the domains of health, is that it's a great social activity. If you have a couple of friends that you want to walk with, and again, just kind of chat about life with and other things that you enjoy talking about, you can do it while you're walking. And whether you're doing a walk outdoors or even indoors at a gym on treadmills side by side, great social activity. That's really, really good for social health. And there's a lot of great literature in the scientific world to back that up. So great social activity to do. All right, so the ninth benefit is the fact that walking allows you to explore new places. Now, this is provided you're walking outside, of course, but as long as you've got good weather and you're walking around, you can explore different places more in the countryside or new trails or even places in town. A lot of times I just drive out to the countryside and do walks out in the countryside. And a lot of times I just go through different parts of town as I walk, and I explore new cafes, and I come across new shops or restaurants that I'll check out when I'm in that area again. So great way to explore new places and kind of keep the scene lively, so you're not necessarily always having to walk through one place and get bored with the scene all the time. All right, and the 10th and last benefit of walking in this video is the fact that you can really make it as easy or as challenging as you want to by just kind of tweaking a couple of different parameters in your walking. Now, again, if you're really struggling with your health and you are able to walk, then just kind of doing some general walking might be enough of a challenge for you. But even if you're someone who's relatively fit, well, you can, if you're mentally tired and you just want to move around, you can do a slow-paced walk. Or again, you can walk as fast as you can without actually running, and that's a pretty big challenge to do for 20-30 minutes or more. Here's a fun little tip for you. We are actually more mechanically, from a biomechanical and physiological perspective, we are more inefficient when we walk as fast as we can than we do a slow jog. And so you can actually wind up challenging yourself more than you might think by walking as fast as you can to the point where you feel like you should be jogging. But if you remain walking at that speed, it's going to tire you out pretty quick. And again, you can walk up hills and down hills, and you can go for short walks and go for long walks. So you can really kind of make it as much of a challenge as you want. You can find places in town where you're walking up sets of stairs and downstairs, so you're kind of getting a lot of vertical component to your walking as well. So again, that's a great thing about walking, is you can make it as easy as you want or as difficult as you want, and anywhere in between. Okay, so those are my 10 benefits of walking. And obviously there are a million other that you could list, and we don't have time for it in this video. But what I would encourage you guys to do is, if there's any other benefits that you really like about walking, or reasons why you like to walk, please leave them in the comments below so that other people can read them, get inspired by them, and oh, I got a mosquito on me. And so then other people can be inspired by what you put and try walking based on the tips and the benefits that you're providing as well. So I'm leaving it at that. I hope you guys are all doing well. Hopefully you're getting out there and getting some good physical activity in, especially if the weather's really good for you guys. Keep doing great things. It's great to get to know you guys and just to kind of share more of myself with you guys as I start to kind of get into this online world of things. So keep doing great things. I'm looking forward to hearing what you're up to, and I'll see you in the next video.